Good morning, everyone. My name is CHETALI RAUTELA, PGP 23183. So, the topic for today's presentation is network organizations and strategy. Now, first of all, let us discuss what network organizations are. It is an organization that operates through a network model and has a central organization that has relationships and agreements with other organizations to carry out tasks. Means there is a central organization which perform the main task and the other tasks are outsourced with other organizations. These tasks are such as design, production, marketing for central organization based on contractual agreement. They operate by outsourcing activities that can be performed more efficiently by other companies or partners, retaining only the activities in which they expertise, like the main task or the task in which the company expertise is performed by them, and the other tasks are outsourced by other companies. Organizational learning. So one of the problem of international alliance is that one partner may learn more and benefit more from the alliance than the other partner. Less hierarchy, fewer rules, and an absence of barriers to exchange of information within the organization. The role of human resource management is to provide control, but because of the difficulty in measuring intellectual capital, input controls such as selecting employees motivated towards learning may be more appropriate. Now, organizations' ability to learn from alliance partners are affected by human resource practices and activities. There are a lot of activities and practices which have a direct influence on the organizational ability to learn from alliance partners. So, these practices include communication of alliance goal, what the goal is, long term focus of decisions, rewarding the learning of the candidates, maintaining control of HR functions, having slack in staffing, providing language and cultural training which does not cause any differences, longer alliance assignments, monitoring alliance partners, and HR assignments. Now, the integration of business and human resource strategy and planning is crucial for long term planning. There should be greater integration of the process. Long term human resource planning requires the integration of skills and knowledge of the human resource planner and other executives responsible for strategic planning. Like for the long term goal, the integration of human resource planning and the HR planners is really important. Evolution of strategy and human resource planning integration. There is a link between business and human resource planning that has taken place rapidly and which has gone through four stages basically. The first is an administrative linkage with no real connection. It means that there has been no real connection between the business and human resource planning. The second is one way linkage, where HR is only involved in implementation and no other role is performed by the HRs. Two-way reciprocal relationship is where the HR is also involved in the strategy formulations. Integrative linkage with equal involvement of HR in development of business plan, including non-HR issues. It increases the involvement of the HRs in the development. The final stage of an integrative linkage is often informal, like because non-HR issues are also included in it. Determinants of integration. The linkage between business strategy and HR planning is influenced by various factors. There are a lot of factors which influence the linkage between them, which includes competition, technology, workforce change, level of diversification, which has been growing rapidly, the organizational structure, top HR executive status, skill shortages, compensation systems, and many more. The integration is higher in stable environment companies with one core business organization. Like if the company has a core business line, then the integration is higher stable. Changing demand of skills like growth of the service industry, declining proportion of employment in manufacturing also plays a role in integration. Also, it has been observed that in the future there will be a more diversity in the workforce due to more women, minorities, immigrants, older workers, disabled employees, and global sourcing of labor, which would require greater integration of strategy and human resource planning to create a supportive work environment. To handle all of this, a greater human resource planning is needed. Conditions under which integration may not be appropriate, like there can be various situations in which it will not be held appropriate. The first is the development of HRM should match the development stage of the organization, means both the development stage should be common and not different than each other. The 5 stages of organizational development are initiation, functional growth, controlled growth, functional integration, and strategic integration. The later stages involve workforce flexibility and adaptability, and the use of teamwork, the sharing of HR responsibilities, and integration of HR input into strategic decision making. Without an understanding of environmental scanning, strategy development, and managerial succession, the resources devoted to strategic integration efforts may be wasted. If we do not consider the various factors, various resource integrations, and we do not provide the flexibilities and adaptability, all these efforts would be wasted. So, the matching of HRM and organizational development stages is necessary for the success. There should be no differences and the objectives should be same. The planning problems. So, what are the planning problems that are faced? The problems with strategic planning are rooted in various factors such as tendency of managers to prefer action-oriented tasks, lack of feedbacks, difficulty in justifying time allocation, and desire to maintain the status. There may be mismatches between the skill of individual managers and the task of strategic planning. Like there may be differences in what we want and what skills does the manager have, and which also require macro level thinking and pattern recognition. And like if a candidate has separate skills and we need separate skills, so that should be sorted out. Additionally, a lack of commitment from top level executives coupled with the absence of rewards for superior planning performance can further impede the strategic planning process. Requirements of strategic human resource managers. Qualifications include information management skills, planning skills, management skills, integration skills, and change management skills. Weakness in current personnel can be addressed by pairing them with others who have complementary skills, or breaking down the planning process into phases that can be handled by those who have skills and are not well suited for strategy formulations. Like the skills should be matched with what output we want, and it should all be paired up in the teams. Teams can also be used to overcome individual cognitive weaknesses, as idea of universal management team configuration has gained popularity. Thank you.